My name is Steve Gribben, and thank you for joining me in this Glassbox strategy session. Today I want to discuss one of the most powerful ways that a small cap company can use its stock as a currency. Specifically, I want to share with you a unique legal strategy that can be used to make a private company acquisition without any upfront cash injection. This is the same legal strategy that Facebook used to acquire Instagram, and the same strategy that numerous companies in the banking sector have used to roll up their competitors. But before I dig into the exact legal mechanics involved, I want to begin by talking about the problem that this strategy solves. As I'm sure you are aware, most small cap companies face capital constraints when attempting to grow through acquisition. While a private target might be willing to accept some sort of stock as consideration, more often than not, there is a limit. The private company wants some level of certainty in the transaction. It doesn't want to overexpose itself to the risk of the acquirer's stock going down in price or becoming less liquid, or perhaps even completely illiquid after closing. Further, if the acquirer is an OTC traded company, the target may not want to have to deal with the complicated task of getting its stock cleared and into the market post-closing. The negotiation between public acquirer and private target over cash consideration is a negotiation that you see play out constantly in the small cap space. I can't tell you the number of times I've seen public company CEOs meticulously chart out some sort of roll-up strategy only to find themselves dead in the water when they can't raise sufficient capital for the very first component of that strategy. So, as a small cap company, how do you overcome this challenge? Well, here's the big reveal. Section 3A10 of the Securities Act allows for the exchange of freely tradable common shares in a public acquirer for common shares in a private target without the need to file a registration statement. And if you execute this type of Section 3A10 share-for-share exchange under the proper legal framework, you can also insert a private third-party entity to serve as a sort of guarantor to the private company shareholders, offering the private company shareholders assurance that they will realize a fixed dollar amount for their shares, which also completely eliminates their clearing risk. The Section 3A10 share-for-share exchange might be one of the most powerful legal strategies available in the small cap market, and it's completely underutilized. With a properly structured share-for-share exchange, an issuer can complete an acquisition that may otherwise be beyond its reach, dramatically shorten the time it takes to complete such an acquisition by eliminating the need to file a registration statement, and number three, mitigate the dilutive effect that a capital raise might otherwise have on its existing shareholder base by inserting a guarantor into the transaction instead of a traditional institutional investor. The only catch to all of this is that not all companies can access the benefits of a Section 3A10 share-for-share exchange. Here are the basic requirements you would need to qualify. You need to have sufficient trading volume in your stock to attract a guarantor on favorable terms. If your daily trading volume in dollars is at least 2 to 5% of your total acquisition price, a 3A10 is likely worth exploring. Next, you need to be current with your quarterly reports. While this is not a legal requirement, again, you're not going to attract the type of guarantor you want otherwise. And number three, you need to engage a qualified placement agent to help you structure your transaction, negotiate with your target, and help you source your guarantor. Most sophisticated guarantors will not enter this type of transaction without a placement agent, out of fear that they may otherwise be classified as an unauthorized broker-dealer. If you're interested in learning more about how you can leverage your stock as a currency via Section 3A10, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to discuss your particular circumstances and help you further evaluate your options. I can be reached at info@glassboxlaw.com or via our website through one of our inquiry forms at glassboxlaw.com. Thank you.